Hi, Pearl.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
And welcome back to our studio. All right, so a lot of clients and non-clients at workshops are asking questions about updating the FAFSA with tax return information, meaning that most people have filed the FAFSA using estimated amounts. Maybe they filed the FAFSA in February or something, and now they're starting to do their tax returns. They're getting notices from schools. Hey, don't forget to update your FAFSA with the actual tax return information. You can use the IRS retrieval tool. Why don't you walk us through the way things worked last year and tell us what you hope happens this year in terms of how to update the FAFSA with the actual tax return information?
Okay. Well, when you have your 2012 returns, please, of course, forward them to us so that I have it and can work from there.
Wait a minute. This is going out to clients and everyone else on our list. So you don't want everyone's tax returns, do you?
No thanks.
Okay. All right.
Clients only who are currently, right. Okay, but last year was the first time that the IRS had a link tool with the FAFSA system that enabled you, or in theory enabled you, to link onto the IRS, and it would pull the data for the 2012 information, or 2011 information, and send it to the schools. However, I was rarely, if ever, successful using the tool because often the IRS did not upload all of the information into its system to enable it to link with the FAFSA. So I had to manually do so, which is no problem, which is how I have typically done so. This year, I'm hoping that their system will be more updated and be able to take information that's been submitted, or take tax return information that's been submitted. Often what would happen is they'd say, well, check back because it really needs about 3 weeks or 4 weeks for your tax return to have been filed before it will link onto the system. So I don't like to delay. That is why I choose to manually put the tax return information in, the 2012 information in, to update the FAFSA.
All right, but probably this year it's still going to take a few weeks to upload. Well, A, you have to file your taxes electronically, right, in order for this whole thing to work?
Yes.
Okay, so that's A. And B, it's probably going to take at least 3 or 4 weeks for the IRS to be able to process that information, and then to be able to use the FAFSA IRS retrieval tool to port that information over, right?
That's correct. So, and on top of that, you would have to have your electronic PIN number in order to even do this at all. So again, my own experience and my own practice, in order to avoid the delay, once I have the 2012 tax return, I manually update the FAFSA and send the information that way. That is separate and apart from the obligation that you will each have in getting your 2012 tax returns, whether it be through the IDOC system, which I'm guessing many of you are now familiar with, which is the vehicle through which many schools, but not all schools, transport your tax return information to its financial aid office. So that is how we'll do that.
That's a separate thing.
That is a separate thing, but I'm just, it'll be your responsibility to transport your 2012 tax return to the school that is asking for it in whatever way they are asking for it.
All right, so thank you for making this more confusing. So just to sum up, if you did a FAFSA and they want your tax return, you can try the IRS data retrieval tool or do it manually. That's part 1. And part 2, if your school takes the profile and requests your tax returns via the IDOC's clearinghouse system, then that's a separate thing. And if your school is a profile school but does not take the IDOC system, they may want your tax return sent directly. So it really depends on the school. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Okay, bye. Nice to see you. Get back to work.